Hot off the presses, everyone. I've started to dig into Q3 data. And as I've been saying for quite some time, it is a tale of two markets. While the overall market is experiencing transaction volume loss, certain segments are at all-time highs. And which ones are those? The ones that cater to the wealth and talent migration. Those incoming buyers, they want new and they want prime location. And those market segments are still multiples higher than they were pre-COVID. And some, in fact, had record highs for the month of September. It was the highest September on record. So I'm using the single family home market as a case study here. And before I dig in, I'm going to make a special announcement. I just launched, it is just live now, something called askonashow.com. This is for my realtor friends. Every month I will be doing a deep dive into the market. This month it's a Q3 deep dive. It'll be a 30 to 40 minute video with a PDF that you could download, a PDF with updated macro points, the data that keeps coming in, corroborating the Miami story, and then also talking points. This is your secret weapon to owning the Miami story. Check it out. All right, back to this. So using the single family home market as a case study for this divergence, for these two markets, we find that despite overall transaction volume being down 11% year over year and 28% versus 2019 pre-COVID, this is Q3 data, there are certain segments that are at highs. And I love to isolate for price per square foot, because when we isolate for price per square foot, we're drilling down to new product in prime locations. And that is where it seems the incoming wealth and talent migration is focused. Looking at the data from $1,000 to $2,000 a square foot, we're down 7% year over year, but up 427% versus Q3 2019. Now, if we look at past $2,000 a square foot, we're actually up year over year 18% and up 400% versus Q3 2019. And that's Q3 data. But within that data, the month of September was great because it was the highest September on record for both 1 to 2,000 and 2,000 plus per square foot. 1 to 2,000, we had 27 transactions. Last year there were 21, and in 2019 there were 6. Past 2,000 a square foot, we had 8 sales in the month of September in Miami Dade, and in 2019 there was 1. So it went from 1 to 8. Pre-COVID, we had 0 or 1 sales past 2,000 a square foot. Now we had 8 this past September, and again it was the highest September on record, despite an overall drop in transaction volume. So we can also see a similar phenomena if we look at data from 1 to 5 million. 1 to 5 million, we were flat year over year, despite an overall market drop, and up 90% versus pre-COVID. So again, this is a perfect example of what I keep talking about. Reporting on the market as a whole homogenizes reality. You lose the nuance and you lose the story. And we are on the receiving end of a tremendous wealth and talent migration, and the buying power, the appetites of that demographic coming in are only shown when you drill down to the data that reflects the sales of new product in prime location. And again, past 2,000 a square foot, single family home is up 400% versus pre-COVID, and similar for 1 to 2,000 a square foot. And that brings me back to another thesis I've been talking about quite a bit, and that is, I believe that one of the best buys right now is prime single family, because you're locking in land value within proximity of the urban core. And if you believe the Miami thesis, that's going to be akin to buying, in Manhattan, brownstone at a prime location 80 years ago. And especially waterfront or even dry lots now, they're selling for what waterfront used to. And that again is reflected in this price per square foot data for single family home sales. So it is still early days, everyone. Also, and it's still early days for many reasons, one of which I think this polarization across our country is going to keep accelerating. Our feeder jurisdictions are going to double down on the positions that lead to exodus of capital. There's many reasons for that, but they're going to keep sending us capital. So the country is polarizing and is now geographically polarizing. It is the phase of the empire that we're in, and I believe that Florida will continue receiving incoming wealth and talent migrants, which is a different type of migrant than New York is receiving right now, but that's another topic. So hope everyone enjoyed this update. And again, also check out askonashow.com. Join me. The first episode comes next week. I'll continue to do these snippets on social media. That'll be unchanged, but the deep dives are going to be once a month. Check them out there.